Hi, hello, and howdy. It's me, Mushy, and you're you. Hello, you. And we're here at Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting for the much requested Spectral Ghost Girl kit up. So let's talk about just a couple details and we'll get into the kit up process. I do have this labeled as Cute Horror number 36, called her Ghost Girl. The serial number is ZQS3024 and she is number 479 in my personal stash. This was obtained from Diamond Art Gift for $14.99. It is a 40 by 70 or 16 by 28 if you're into inches, and it is a true drill field size, and there are AB drills in here. Before we get started, I wanted to address a question that I had in the comments, because the back of the canvas did have some like rivery, wrinkly situations in here. This has been being pressed under weight, tight pressed in weight for about 2 weeks, and these kind of wrinkles in the canvas still exist, although not as prominent. So it did straighten it out a little bit, but just didn't fully get rid of them. So I was investigating the front of the canvas, and two of the deeper ones, right here and right here, are still like present and visible. Maybe a little bit right here, present and visible on the surface of the canvas, but it does not seem to be such that it will affect the workspace. And I am pretty confident, and once we start getting drills laid down and put on here, and I get the rulers on here and having it, pressed with the rulers and getting drills on here, that these will iron out and not affect the end result. But we won't know until we work it up and see. That's just, my theory. All right, you guys. So are we ready? I think we're ready. We're ready. Let's go through the color list real quick. So there is green, mahogany medium, lemon. There are black ABs, which are these here. And then pewter, gray, dark, hazelnut brown light, jade very light, Kelly green, olive green medium, tangerine medium AB, yellow medium, yellow light pale, topaz ultra very dark, cornflower blue light, Delft blue medium, dark blue, blue dark, AB. And then we have blue very dark, pistachio green ultra dark, coffee brown very dark, garnet very dark, parrot green light, coffee brown ultra dark, blue very dark, aquamarine medium, Nile green light, sea green dark, golden brown light, green gray medium, yellow green light, antique blue very dark, baby blue and sky blue light, which I believe is like, maybe this might be the sky blue light. I may replace this with glow in the dark, because that's these check mark symbols here, and it is her hair and her exposed skin. And because the ABs and where they're placed on the canvas, it's to accentuate the fact that she is a spectral being and emitting light. So how cool would it be if we actually made her emit light? And this is a pale enough color that I think I can get away with replacing this with glow in the dark. I will decide in the moment whether it looks right or not. So that's a consideration. The remaining colors are peacock blue very dark, peacock blue light, turquoise ultra very dark, turquoise ultra dark, celadon green light, moss green light, grape medium, and bright turquoise light. Those are our 40 colors for this canvas, you guys, and now we're ready to kit up. Let's go. All right, you guys, so the first order of business for me in this instance is going to be getting out our drills. Let's spare ourselves as much crinkle as possible and just edit that out. Okay, I want to go through here. It did It does tell us the number of drills that are in here, which might be pretty helpful. We're going to be using an Elizabeth Ward kit, and this might be helpful in determining the size that we need. So I'm just going to break these up into size bundles. This can be our small. This might be a medium here. Medium, medium, small, 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 it's small. So I'm going to guess that small, my cap for small is probably going to be around 700. So I'm going to divvy these up and then we'll start prepping and filling our containers. Okay, so I have kind of separated these into what I think size containers I'm going to need, and we'll find out as we go along how accurate or right on the nose I was. I think these are all going to be small. This is going to be the regular size. This is going to be the medium, and I think this is going to be a large. Let's find out if I was right. Per usual, I will be using an Elizabeth Ward containment unit system situation with varying sizes. Ignore these right here. This is my current whip that I'm working on. So we're going to use these containers over here. I have more than enough, and I do have some spares if I need to switch out sizes somewhere. So our first order of business is to get a washi of protection, and I picked this one because well, it's not like ooky spooky really. I feel like it goes with the color palette. I mean, look, it's got the greens and the oranges, some gold in there, brown. So I felt like it very much represented the general color palette of the canvas, with the exception of blue. There's no blue in here, but this area of the palette. And so I think I'll be able to eyeball this and be like, yeah, that's the Ghost Girl kit. Let me grab that one when I'm ready to work on it. So let me get my tweezers and yeah, let's see if we can, hello. Tape, washi tape. Okay, low tack tape that doesn't want to unstick from itself. Love that. Okay, here we go. Whee! All right, so I'm going to start with the small containers. I'm going to take this out. I'll put a little spacer one in there just in case, you know, I get silly and forget things. We're going to, can I do that? Let's do, nope. Let's do, there, kind of got a break here. And then we're just going to start putting the smalls in here. Let me, should have done this before I hit record, shouldn't I? Yeah, yay. Okay, so now I'm not officially ready, but I am now. Boat of safety, boat of pouring. No, boat of safety, boat of pouring. All right, let's dive in. All right, so what I'm doing here, Mushy, in case you haven't seen one of my kit-ups, Mushy, why are you taking this extra time to put washi tape on your little containers? Why don't you just dump your drills in and go? Let me explain to you why. Because I want to protect my containers, and washi tape has a really low tack or stick, and so it'll stay on while you're using it, but it's really easy to grab the edge and pull off when you're done, and it doesn't leave a residue. In that way I can kind of protect the integrity of my containers, unlike my example here where I did not do such and I can't get this off. And even if I can get it off, it's going to leave stick and bits of paper and extra cleaning and blah. Nobody's got time for that. So, easy mode right here. And of course, in true Nat brain, in my true Nat brained form, I forgot to make my stickers. I printed a picture of the table so I could be lazy and use it to make stickers, but I forgot to actually like cut and Xyron them. So yay, we'll do that now. I'll deal with that later. Let's just focus on cutting straight, Mushy. Can we do that? Yeah, maybe. Consider it. All right. I also managed to get a little thumbnail situation here. It's not the biggest, bestest, but it is something, and we are going to clip that out and sticker it as well and save it for my sticker book. Yay! I don't know why I put the scissors away. I wasn't done with them, but you know, Nat brain, proof positive, immortalized in film. Love that for me. That's great. That's like super great. All right, Xyron. Let's see if lightning can, in fact, strike twice, because I did a fairly good job last time I used this to straighten, and I did it by orienting it not the right way. So I kind of had to do my own little mushy thing with it, and it worked for me. So let's see if, like I said, we can get lightning to strike twice. No, can't. It's already going sideways in here. Can you please just, oh, are we gonna make it out alive? Yes. Okay. I did in fact get it crooked, but it did not come off the edge of the sticker situation, so all is well. It'll be fine. All right, we're doing the press and rub. I am very good at pressing and rubbing, I hear. So now I'm wondering if I can, this might be too small, but we're going to try it. I'm going to stick her in there and pull her through, and let's see. Yay! We did it. Okay. Thank you, Xyron. Have a good day. All right. More pressing and rubbing. We're just going to rub it. And now we're going to put this over here with our collection of stickers. I am still awaiting my reusable sticker book. But by the time you see this, I'll probably already have it and maybe even have a video of it up. We'll see. If you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say reusable sticker book, then you'll know. I don't yet have it, and it is coming. Surprise! Spoiler! Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to use the tweezers to grab the edge. Oh, you're kind of ripping a little bit. That's okay. I don't care. And pull off the top layer and wrestle it off of my finger. And now we have our stickers. And now we're officially ready. So let's just dive in. Let's start. We have 958. 958. Wow, that turned out dark on here. It's gonna be hard to see. It's a lowercase t, and it is a dark on dark, at least in this print. Is it on the canvas? Yeah, kind of is on the canvas too. At least on the table legend situation. We'll have to see what it looks like on the canvas. I'm pretty sure I went over all this, and I mean, because that's kind of my normal process. But if I didn't, shame on me, and here we are. But I should have probably. I'm usually a pretty big stickler about light on light, dark on dark, etc. Oh, and here we go. Wouldn't be a Mushy Kit Up video if Mushy didn't try to put the prepared containers away without actually filling them with anything. Yee! Oh, it's gonna be one of those days, you guys. It is raining, so that weather does seem to oddly affect like some of my MS symptoms. I don't know. Anyone else with MS? Are you out there? There was an interloper. There's a little beige in with the turquoise. Anyone else with MS out there, do you find that certain weather affects your symptoms? Like makes them maybe worse or more exaggerated? Or am I imagining it? Am I alone in the boat? Like what's somebody? Inquiring minds want to know if I'm like a weirdo or if it happens to you too. It seems to affect Sundown, who also has MS, so I'm guessing that there's a pattern, but, you know, maybe we're both cuckoo. All right, let's see, 907. Here we go. So I decided to crock pot dinner. I'm phoning in dinner. Oh, which reminds me, I'm going to keep working, but for you, it'll be like no time, but I need to take some time, but I'll be right back. I mean, which literally is going to be nothing for you, but you know what I mean. Okay, so sorry about that, but what I was about to tell you guys was I'm being lazy mom mode and phoning in dinner, kind of, doing a crock pot. It is a rainy, overcast, cool day, so, you know, it kind of fits the weather, and we're having a recipe I found on TikTok. I doctored it a little bit, added some things, and oh, come on. Baggies, please. Why you do this to me? But basically it's some chicken in a crock pot. Surprise! Chicken in a crock pot, cooking in brown gravy, onion soup mix, condensed cream of chicken soup, low sodium, and chicken stock. And so that's kind of brewing and marinating into a thick gravy, chickeny situation. When it's done cooking in a little bit, we're gonna shred it up or cut it up, chunk it up, whatever, and pour it. I guess pour, or you know, glop it, because it's gonna be thick, right? It's a thick gravy situation. Glop it on top of some homemade mashed potatoes. The problem was, as I was telling you about the recipe and thinking in my head about it, I realized I'm about to tell you that we're going to have this over mashed potatoes, but I forgot to start said mashed potatoes. And I'm like, oh, you know, the crock pot's only got about an hour left, and everybody's mighty hungry, and potatoes take a while to boil, you know, and so I had to stop and pause and ask Sundown if he would be kind enough to be the potatonator, and he agreed to be the potatonator. And I did just hear Booglet try to convince the potatonator that garlic potatoes are in order, and I wholeheartedly agree with that assessment. So we'll be doing some garlic. Oh, did I keep saying bake? I meant mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potato. Yeah, homemade baked potatoes. Well, yeah, we're gonna hurry up and go plant them real quick while it's raining. Hopefully they'll be done in an hour when the crock. Oh my gosh, if I was saying baked potato, I meant mashed. Sorry. Homemade mashed potatoes. We had toyed with the idea of making them baked potatoes, but have opted majority rules, and the majority said mashed. We'll also be taking some of the dinner over. I made enough to also feed the grand parental units, so aka the Wicked Witch of the South across the street. Hey, it's not my mom, it's Sundown's mom. I can say whatever I want. I don't have to like her. I'm pretty sure she don't like me, so it's a mutual dislike. You know, mother-in-laws, like, is there anybody that like truly, honestly, wholeheartedly, because if you do, hold on to that and be thankful for, you know, for that. If you truly get along with your mother-in-law, same for guys too, and maybe father-in-laws. I think it's just you know, it's just you know, my baby boy, and you know, the love of my life, and it's kind of we're duking it out. There's no doubt that all sides, you know, have a love for this one person. It's just a different kind of love, and moms often maybe think that, you know, one thing is better for their child than their significant other thinks is good for their significant other. I'm talking in tongues and riddles and circles. Basically what I'm saying is, like, yeah, moms and missuses, if you get along with your mom-in-law, oh my gosh, I envy you. I tried to get along with her, but she's unget-alongable with. Unget-alongable. She's that. She's she's special. She's a special little fruitcake. Sorry, Sundown. Sorry, not sorry. I think he would agree. Don't come at me in the comments. If I need to, if you do, I'm sure he'll pop up in the comments and totally 100% agree with you. In all actuality, you know, I'm kind of joking about her wickedness and whatnot, but in seriousness, she unfortunately is getting to a point where we have some growing concerns and may have to start considering the viability of her independence. We're starting to get to a point where we need some help, where it's becoming a little unmanageable for us, but we'll see what happens. You know, get some things looked at and some things evaluated and kind of see what the what on what is. But you know, those are always really hard topics and, you know, thoughts to have and discussions to have and things to consider, because you don't ever, you know, you don't want to think about your parents getting to that place where, you know, they may not be capable of kind of taking care of themselves, and it may get to a point where, you know, you are not capable of providing the remaining assistance that they need to remain independent. You know what I mean? But that is the circle of life. Some people just, you know, as we get older, I'm sure everyone, no matter how healthy and fit and stuff you are, reach a point where, you know, you need help, and then further a point where you need more help than what anyone around you is capable of safely giving you. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Sundown doesn't mind. I'll tell you a little story, and if he minds, well, then you won't hear the little story, so there's that. But Sundown was out today. Kid and I are at the homestead. I'm working, she's playing, and Fallout 76, if anyone's curious what she's playing. They're pretty much all day, every day, on every day off. That's what we're here all day. You can probably hear it in the background. Pew, pew, pew. Yep, Fallout 76, you're welcome. 3817. Sundown called today, or we called him, I don't remember which, but dear old mom-in-law across the way called and spoke with him, and was expecting complete and total strangers to magically appear at her home. She'd given some strangers that she found on Facebook, I think like Facebook Marketplace. The whole story is we had kept her off, like, you know, been successful in keeping her off of social media, 3817, for a while, just out of fear of, you know, not understanding what's real and what's not, and dangerous people, dangerous information sharing, etc. And her being older and unwise as to that whole kind of conundrum. She's kind of the one that will fall for the email that says your iPhone account is unsafe, you better call or click, or, you know, those emails. So we had been pretty successful at keeping her off of social media, but then mother's other son came to visit not too long ago, a couple months ago, and he was like, F those guys and their restrictiveness. You want Facebook, Mom? I'll help you set it up. They can kiss my hiney. And help her set it up, he did. So he, other brother, other son, whatever you want to call him, other son got Mama over there, signed up on Facebook, and oh boy. So she has been, I guess, lurking and investigating a lot of Facebook Marketplace. Found an ad from a air quote breeder that was selling teacup chihuahuas out of Missouri. Mind you, we're in Northeast Arkansas, so not a huge, monstrously long ways away from the Missouri border, but far enough away. They're selling little specialty bred teacup chihuahuas for only $300, you guys. Only $300. Totally above board, reputable breeder. Totally. Wow, that's a great deal. Like, those dogs, we looked it up, those dogs go for, $3,000-$4,000 in this area. But lucky her, she struck gold and found a breeder in Missouri that was willing to not only sell her this $3,000 to $4,000 puppy for $300, they were also willing, free of charge, to bring her the puppy. At least a 3-hour drive from, I think it's 2.5 or 3 hours from the border to our sticks. Immediately, red flag. First of all, this woman is disabled and it has mobility issues and has we'll just say, she's not able to keep her house in the best of repairs. Often requests, needs, or generally just wants somebody to go to the doctor with her, to drive her. She is also the same woman who almost lost her arm because she decided to check the mail out on the main road in her car. Fine, right? That's fine. But thought she put her car in park, put her arm in the mailbox, released her foot from the brake. Her car was not in park, and she started to roll, so she tried to find the brake in a hurry and hit the accelerator and darn near ripped off her arm. The police were called, ambulance was called, emergency room occurred, many stitches, and then thereafter did not follow doctor's healing instructions at home, and because of that did get a severe infection in her arm and almost lost her arm a second time. So yes, this woman, the woman that did that, is now given the power of Facebook and has located a reputable breeder out of state. And, was just explaining to her son number 2. And I say son number 2 just by virtue of birth order. Son number 2, get me a doggy. I can't walk very well, and I, rarely leave the house, and I cannot be bothered, or I am not capable, I'm not sure which it is, to be honest, maintain the cleanest of home environments. I barely cook, for myself. But I'm going to get a puppy, a baby. I'm going to get a baby puppy, a little baby teacup Chihuahua puppy. So, I mean, the puppy's got to be like this big, right? Chihuahuas are like, this big to start with. But you get a baby teacup? Is that even a thing? A teacup Chihuahua? I guess so. But it's going to be like this big, right? Let me get one of those. It'll be fine. I can't take care of myself, but I can take care of a puppy. So, and we live, like I said, we live out in the sticks. So, like, even if by some miracle that was physically within her realm of capability, letting that little bitty yappy baby out to go to the restroom and stuff, there's foxes, there's coyotes, there's possum, raccoons, there's all manner of potentially aggressive wildlife. We have a forest in our backyard. She has a forest in her backyard. There's like dogs. People let their dogs run amok out here. Just go on out, Fido, and roam the countryside and come back when you feel like it, type of thing. So neighboring, we've caught Dobermans, German Shepherds, pit bull mixes in our yard, all manner of dogs, big ones in our yard. 3819. Did I F up? Did I put 3819 on something? Sorry, please stand by. No, I've just simply seemed to be blind. Oh, maybe it's this upside down one. Tweezers do my job. 3819. Yep, okay. Anyway, all manner of predatory creature out here. We even have some like big, like hawky, I don't know, predator bird, hawk, eagle-y, one of those kind of things. Those things out here. So I'm like, what are you, okay, first of all, what are you even thinking? Okay, anyway. So those are like alarm bells 1 through, I don't know, 100. And then, she proceeds to tell son number 2, Sundown, oh yeah, but don't worry, honey. They're going to bring it out here to me. So not only is this $3,000 to $4,000 dog at a totally reputable breeder, going to sell my disabled, incapacitated, ancient, elderly self a little new 8-week-old miniature puppy. They're also going to drive it from another state to me for free. And all I have to pay is the $300 they're asking for this $3,000 dog. Oh my God, I win. She failed to understand the errors and, the flags. She refused to acknowledge the flags, folks. So, of course, we went into emergency mode because, okay, well, have you given them money yet? No, not yet. They said I can pay them when they get here. Okay. And so Sundown's first reaction is they're going to call you at some point and they're going to say, oh, our car broke down, or, oh, we need gas money. It's further than we thought, or, oh, whatever. But they're going to call you and ask you for money. If they call you and ask you for money, you absolutely do not give them money. Matter of fact, cancel this whole thing. She's like, no, I'm lonely. Woman, you're not lonely. You live with your man. He's right there. And we're right across the street. Girl, you ain't lonely. Stop. Nobody ever talks to me or anything. Well, the dog ain't gonna talk to you either. Woman, what? Oh my gosh, the arguments and the weak logic. It was a feel bad for me, type of thing. But no, she ain't lonely. She got her man there with her. And we're right across the street. Granddaughter, son, daughter-in-law. We're all right here. She ain't lonely. Don't worry about that, folks. You know, nobody talks to her. I guarantee you on a daily basis, the man that she's lived with for decades speaks to her on a daily basis. And I know for a fact son number 2, Sundown, speaks to her on a daily basis. I avoid her at all costs. So sorry, folks. I'm the jerk who doesn't speak to her. And she's okay with that, and so am I. I promise you. Granddaughter frequently goes over there with food that I prepare. Mostly me. Sundown too sometimes. But, like, mostly I'm the one who has to convince. Like, please go take this leftovers over to your family. Come on, feed the old folks. They don't like going over there. It's like that old folks you get, you know, you go drop something off to them and you never get away. But, you know, so they kind of hem and haw about it, but they do it. We go over there and feed the folks and whatnot, and speak to them then. So granddaughter speaks to her, and son speaks to her. Son number 2, I feel like, speaks to her probably like 500 times a day. I meant son number 1, other son, not Sundown. He's totally still attached to the teat, and you know, calls her, and then you know, hangs up. Okay, bye, and then immediately calls back. Hi, let's talk for another couple hours. You know, she gets talked to, folks. Don't let that fool you. Don't let her statement fool you. But no, nobody talks to me. I had to get this dog. I'm so lonely. No. Anyway, and so I was like, well, the dog ain't the answer. It ain't gonna talk back. What, are you gonna just bark back at it? I don't understand, like, what the logic there was. But anyway, here nor there. So, but you know, Sundown was like, mom, listen to me. I am not at home. Like, I am not across the freaking street to aid you, but you need to listen to me. Cancel, call, tell them you don't want, this is bad, whatever it is a scam. You know, our immediate, me, upon hearing it, my immediate thought is, okay, Sundown's immediate thought was like, this is just like a phone scam, like it won't escalate to an in-person situation. But, you know, he was like, what information have you given them money, or what information? Oh, they have my name and my address. I would not be surprised if she just didn't tell us, but they probably have her, like, her social and her credit card. I have no idea. But we know that she at least gave name and address. And I was like, no, because danger, stranger danger, folks. Like, what? So Sundown was, like, mostly concerned with credit card, money theft, that kind of, like, virtual theft and stuff. Here I am. I'm, like, watching out the windows. I'm on guard. I'm scared AF, because I'm like, we live out in the country. She's an elderly person who, if you're a bad enough person, okay, hear me out. My thoughts went to, like, the darkest place. If you're a bad enough person, you find out, you know, here's an older person. Okay, so they're an easy target. They're weak. If you want to do physical harm, they're weak. And you wanna, you know, they've got money to throw around on a dog, you know, a puppy. You know, a lot of times criminals think of older people as having money and whatever, and here she is like, oh, sure, have my money. You know, and all that. And who knows what other information she gave them, or what she told them, you know. Oh yeah, my son right across the street has a business. Who knows? But, you know, I'm immediately thinking, if these are bad enough people, we are in imminent physical danger, because she has given them an address and they said they are coming, and this is obviously not legitimate, and I mean, if they think that she's old and can't defend herself and has more for them, like, I don't know, goods or stealable items or money, I'm like, they could show up. These could be people that, like, are going to actually show up, but instead of having a puppy, they're going to have something a lot worse. And I'm like, you just endangered everyone in the area. Like, you, oh my gosh, you just gave, you know, this woman just gave her name and her address at least. And we live right across the street. And if they think that, like, she's an easy target and these are bad enough people, they're going to come out here. And we're out here. We're, you know, we're literally not like up each other's heinies, but like I can see your house from the front of the property, and I can see your driveway from the kitchen. You know, like, we're close enough. We're in danger too here. Like, what did she just do? And Sundown's, you know, out of the house. He's at least like 30 minutes or so away, and this woman just invited God knows who. Come on out here. Come on out here and let me give you some money. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys, I was freaking out. But then that's, you know, I have anxiety, so please bear that in mind. I might have, you know, been a little over exaggeratory in my response of panic. I acknowledge and recognize this. However, I don't think so. But I'm like batting down the hatches. I'm gonna watch out the window and keep an eye out. Oh my God, like we're gonna die. Oh, I should say that. We're gonna, you know, bad things. So eventually, Sundown was able to convince Mom Down to try to, yeah, she was really resistant. She was like, no, I want this dog and all this stuff. But eventually he was able to convince her to cancel this delivery of puppy. Hopefully, you know, she did not give them money. Hopefully, I mean, she has a habit of like, okay, and then like totally going behind your back and doing it anyway, but making you think that she's giving in and she's not. So, I don't, you know, we weren't in her house, and we don't obviously have her phone tapped. So do we really know how it all turned out yet? No. But Sundown was able to elicit from Mom Down the phone number of this person. And when he called this person was foreign, which is fine. I mean, it's a free country. We have a lot of foreign immigrants in our country. Welcome. Love to have you here. Thank you for coming and adding culture and diversity to our country. No problems with that. This was sus. And so we called the number, and the person, you know, had some language barrier, which, you know, that happens. But Sundown was like, yeah, I'm calling about this dog. And as soon as Sundown was like, yeah, I'm the son of the woman that you're speaking to and trying to scam out of money for a non-existent dog, you know, and I'm threatening you with the law. I mean, he laid into this guy, like, I'm giving your details to the police. If you show up, you know, out on the property, have you heard of stand your ground? The private property, you better not come here. I'm telling you now. You know, cease contact with my mother. This, you know, she may not have realized what you are, but I do. And, you know, no more stop, ick, bad, blah, threat, basically. Legally threat, you know, like threat with, I'm going to turn you into the law. Not threat like, you know, that kind. Well, I'm saying that word a lot. Probably bleep it out. You're welcome. But no, I mean, he let him know that you're done with this woman. Stop. And immediately the guy just panicked and hung up. So if you're a legitimate, reputable breeder with like nothing to hide and you're not doing anything wrong, why you why are you gonna hang up and refuse to answer the phone again? Right? You know, you'd think you would defend yourself. And then the guy hung up and immediately texted Mom Down. And so of course Sundown was on the phone with Mom Down, immediately hung up and was speaking with her. And the breeder called Mom Down, or texted Mom Down and asked her to confirm, was that really you that called? Was that you or your son that called about, you know, wanting to cancel the dog and you know, threatening to report us? And Mom Down was like, yeah, that was my son. He's not real happy about this business deal. And Mom Down was not ready to acquiesce to the fact that this was not legitimate. And she was like, well, can you, at least so I can prove to my son you're real, I would like you to send me a picture of your breeder's license and a video showing me that, you know, you are a breeder and you puppies and, you know, all the things. First of all, Sundown, I let me backtrack and say, when Sundown did elicit the number from Mom Down and called it, the number was an Alabama number. And these people were claiming to be coming from Missouri into Arkansas for her. A little sus, but like I'm in Arkansas and I have a Kansas phone number. I've had a Kansas phone number since I lived in Kansas like 500,000 years ago. So it just wasn't worth it to me, being in a military and moving around, to change my phone number every time we PCS. So I just kept the first duty station phone number, and that was that. So I mean, is that really a sign? Not so much, but you know, something to keep in your head, I guess. An argument could be made, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, it was all this interaction was allegedly a Missouri based breeder, but the phone number, text, phone calls, whatever exchanges were coming from an Alabama phone number. And they were not communicative with Sundown at all. They were immediately scared and hung up. And then so called Mom Down, or texted Mom Down, and Mom Down said, you know, I would like a copy, you know, can you send me a picture proof of your breeder's license, and, you know, maybe a short video clip of you and the dogs, or just the dogs, or, you know, proof, please. And they sent her a picture from Google search, you know, valid breeder license, you know, or whatever, dog breeder's license, that was totally not legit. It was like one of the first images that popped up when you Google search breeder license images, like examples and stuff. It was up in there. And on top of that, they then sent a 10-second video clip showing like the floor of their house. No puppies in sight, no puppies in the background, no barking, no nothing, you know. And it was just someone saying, if you don't believe I'm real, I don't know what to tell you. That was literally the entire clip. It was a video clip of her floor, her tile floor and her feet, that said, if you don't believe that I'm real, I don't know what to tell you. And then there was no, hi, here I am, and here's the puppy. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. Can I call your son and explain? Or, you know, can I meet with your son? Or, there was none of that. There was no puppies. And this woman, a Mom Down, still clinging to, but no, he finally was able to convince her, look, like literally you don't see anything puppy related, you don't hear anything puppy related, you can't even see the person. It is a 10-second clip. They're not trying to convince you at all. Literally, that all that convinced you is that they have a floor, they have feet, and they have a voice. That is it. There is no sign of a breeder's license, other puppies, dog, nothing. mother. It's proof of nothing but having a phone and a voice and a floor and some socks on some feet. He can, I guess she, I mean, I haven't seen, of course I haven't been eagle eyeing the whole time, but I haven't seen anybody pop up over there. We haven't gotten any phone calls or, you know, anything like that. So I guess, she finally acquiesced and told them to screw off, but, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know that Sundown hasn't updated me, so I don't know if he knows either. She agreed to cancel the transaction, in terms of like, she said she hadn't sent them any money. And I should also mention, she did all of this. So all this occurred while her mister was sleeping. He is a late sleeper. I think he stays up kind of late. He's a Vietnam vet. And he does stay up pretty late and sleep in pretty late. Yeah. And it's a rainy, drizzly day, so it was real easy to do, to sleep in. Yeah, this all occurred this morning while Mr. was still asleep, and she refused to go wake him up to tell him. That was one of the things Sundown was like, you know, go get Dad down. And she was like, nope, I don't want him to know. And Sundown was like, Dad down is going to find out in about, what they say, 3 hours they were going to be there. He's going to find out in about 3 hours when some strangers potentially pull up to the house with if it's legit, with a dog. And Dad down has explicitly told you he does not want a dog in his house. You know, so not only is Dad down, if this is legit, is Dad down going to be furious when he finds out? He's going to be furiouser because you're doing it sneaky while he's sleeping, woman. She was trying to have some, forgot to fill it, undercover, super secret business dealings with a, but yeah, I mean, last Sundown mentioned, Mom Down did agree to call off this potential and agreed not to give them a dime. However, Mom Down cannot be trusted as far as you can throw her. So there's that. So yeah, security systems on the property are on, and you know, we are all alert and vigilant. No idea if Dad Down ever found out about any of this happenstance. I guess we'll be taking dinner over there later, so I guess we'll find out. I refuse to go over there now. I cannot deal with Mom Down. Like I said, me and Mom Down. Oil and water, baby. Me and Mom Down both love, well, as much as a narcissist can. I love Sundown. You know, Leah loves Sundown. You know, Mom Down has her own interpretation of love that I would argue is much different than mine or yours or many other people's in this world. But the bottom line is, at least in, you know, verbally, we all agree that we want the same thing for, you know, the best thing for Sundown. We all care about him, and it just happens that her ideas of what's, you know, how to treat her son and what's good for her son and how to love her son is different than Leah and my, you know, but who am I to, you know, it's her son. She knows Sundown. It's her son. So, like, I try to stay out of it. And part of that staying out of it at this point is avoid her at all costs, because she will suck you into the drama. She will suck you into her narcissistic, psychopathic. Oh, sorry, true story though, guys. She's really, trust me, this is not like your average everyday, you know, she's a bia, so I don't like her. No. It's so much more than that. But, yeah, so far I don't hear any or see any yappy little Chihuahua puppies. I haven't seen any, you know, suspicious people across the way, but that's not to say that they won't still show up in the middle of the night, or you don't know. Oh my gosh, I was so frustrated. I'm frustrated because I'm like, you know what, you are a grown woman, you refuse to you know, let us explore the idea of a retirement community with you or anything like that. So you insist that, you know, you must remain over yonder, and that, you know, you can do you, and that's fine. Okay. But you need to stop trying to put everybody in the area in danger. You can do whatever you want. You want to give some scammers all your money, you do you, boo-boo. That's your business. But when you start like, let's give out addresses, let's invite straight, girl, no. Your granddaughter's across the street. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yeah. So that was our big drama for the day. Anybody else with a mother-in-law like that? Are you yourself a mother-in-law like that? Sorry, put you out on Front Street like that. But hey, in life we often have to be like honest with ourselves. So I mean, take a minute, reflect. If you're a mom, or you know, even if you're a dad, are you a mother-in-law or father-in-law like that? Be real with yourself. Do some inner reflecting. Pause the video if you need to, and come back in the comments. Let me know. Are you special like that? Oh my gosh, I kind of have to just make a joke of it and laugh about it, because otherwise I get real upset. And Mushy doesn't like to be upset. So yeah, life's too short to, you know, live in Grrville all the time. So I've got to live in ha-ha-ha-ha-ville. Otherwise, you know, Grrville can take over too easily. But whew, that's, well, welcome to Days of Mushy's life. What is that? Days of Our Lives. I used to watch that soap opera when I was a kid. And my mom before me, and my grandmother before her. Ever since that show, you know, went live in the, I don't know, 50s or 60s or whatever, that was like generation to generation, Days of Our Lives watchers. And I'm like, my goodness, never even saw, even in the craziest of plot twists on those soap operas, never saw a character as special as my mother-in-law. They could have made a whole soap opera, daily soap opera of her, but unfortunately, you know, then it becomes somewhat our soap opera. Yay! Woohoo! I would like to change the channel, please. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, well, I'm probably gonna zoop you. I will come back to you when I have finished this stuff, and we are gonna move on to the next step. I hope you enjoyed the story. Okay, you guys, so here is our kit. I have finished kitting it up. Here she is. This is our ghost girl in the jack-o'-lantern forest right here. All kitted up and ready to go. Fitting nice and neat and crisp and clean in there. While I was away, I did take my Tic Tac 3-tier spare drill containment system, and what I use this for is when I'm done with the project and I have the extra leftover drills, I do save a set, and sometimes I save extra of a set, especially if it's a really popular color, for other crafts or blank canvases, or someday a conversion. And basically what I do is I take the little Tic Tacs and I use these DMC color-coded stickers, and I go down the table and write down the list of numbers that I'm missing. So these 6 numbers I did not already have never used them in a round diamond painting since I started collecting spares. So I wrote the numbers down and I used the stickers to label these little Tic Tacs and fit them in to the number. As you can see, I keep them in numbered order. And I rearranged everything to fit all the numbers I was missing in the right place. So when we go to kit down, we'll already have a nice labeled empty jar in its right place for us to easily find and fill with spare drills. And it just took a minute to clean up. You didn't miss anything. So now that I have that done, I have my little list of numbers here and I have everything kitted up, and I have not reorganized this yet into an order that I would like to use it to work so in. Now I've got my kit. I have not reorganized this yet, but it isn't really in any order other than by how many drills there are, so it's kind of a hodgepodge still over here. We will fix that, but I'm gonna find these numbers that we do not have. Is that still tacky? Not really. In our book. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking some double-sided tape, and this is a DMC book. What I like to do is cut a little piece of double-sided tape. My goal is to fill this book with exemplars of every color currently available in the DMC. So as you might be able to tell from this page, still got a little ways to go, but have like majority progress. So yay! So 422 is a number that we have not yet experienced apparently in round or square yet. So now I'm going to look over here and find 422, which well, happy birthday. Got my birthday drills right here, and it's in a birthday color. I do like me some pretty basic generic browns. This is a hazelnut, a light hazelnut brown, and I do like hazelnuts too, so it's a win all over the place. A win in color, a win in name, a win on the DMC number. Win, win, win. All right. And I do put, each little box here fits 4 drills, so I do go ahead and place 4 drills on there. I feel pretty confident that, you know, we'll be given enough for me to be able to spare 4 drills. If not, well, it hasn't happened yet that I have put 4 drills in the exemplar book and been 4 short on a diamond painting, or any short for that matter. Interloper. Okay, the next number was 564. So I have had this in squares, it appears, but not in rounds. So yay, we will have finished filling out this cell. Right here, we'll have both round exemplar and square exemplar. Fun times. And I stick it down. Peel the little safety wax paper off, and now we have to find 564 over here. Oh, right in front of me. Hi. Oi. 564. Spacey brained. It was like staring me in the face. There we go. Put down our 4 exemplars. Boop, boop, boop. I want to get another book and do ABs and just collect an exemplar or example of sample, whatever you want to call it, of every AB available. Someday, maybe, if I remember. Okay, and then 907 is the next one that we're missing. 907, another one that we are completing the cell for. We have had this apparently in squares. Now we will have the round one, 907 exemplar. This booklet calls it parrot green. I don't remember there being a parrot green, but there could have been. So sometimes the DMC, the name of the color is different in the Temu book here than in the Gemflow app. I tend to disagree with some of the names labeled, color names that this Temu book gives colors, and do tend to trust and gravitate toward the Gem Flow name. So 907, let's find 907, another green. I can't believe we haven't had this. Oh, I guess well, we did just do a Leprechaun recently. But I guess we haven't really done very many round green heavy paintings other than the Leprechaun. So I'm thinking the squares. I'm like, I think I did like every color of green in that Celtic Pagan diamond painting canvas that we did for March. But yeah, that doesn't help us in the rounds department, does it? All right. You may hear some noise in the background. Those are potatoes boiling, not bacon, like I said earlier, boiling. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? Anything homemade or eat out? Are you is it gonna be something heat and eat, quick and dirty, or is it gonna be, you know, something that you slaved over all day? 9:43. Oh, I lost another interloper. 9:43. Are we sticky enough, do you think? Not really. So let's put a new one. Aquamarine. It appears we have not had this one in squares yet either. Interesting. It always surprises me when I come up with a, you know, kit up a diamond painting and I'm, you know, confident, like, oh, I've used all these colors before, and then I go and I look and there was 6 missing. Strange. All right, what number did I say? I'm starting to get a little fuzzy brain, so bear with me. 9:43. 9:43. 9:43. Is that right? Yeah, 9:43. Yep, right here. Again, another one staring me in my face, and I wasn't paying attention. This is a really pretty color. 9:43. It's a rich color. I'm not usually a big fan of bright. This is on the brighter side, but it's also rich and has some depth. It's not an offensive blue, if you will. Oh, for the love of Pete, could you please just turn around? Thank you. Thank you. I feel bad. Poor little Galaxy Alien Queen must think I abandoned her. I was in the process of, she was designing some stickers and stuff, but Mushy's got a schedule to keep, and I was in communications, and then I sort of just disappeared because I had to film. I feel bad. But, you know, time is of the essence, and with the bark machines, I have to squeeze it in where I can, so hopefully she doesn't think I ghosted her or anything. She designed some amazing Sundown Sewer Monster stickers. If you're not familiar with the story behind that, it is in an early whip and chat, like kind of early in my channel. I'm working on a, like, I think it was a Christmas ghost face, maybe 3761. It's called Sundown Has a Crappy Couple Days. 3761. And that is the video that you can hear the story behind the Sundown Sewer Monster. It's actually, at least I was entertained, but then again, I'm me, so I mean, like, I entertained myself with that one. But it seemed to have entertained a lot of you as well, so I thought we would commemorate that with a custom designed sticker by our very own Galaxy. I found out about her, I was kind of stalking her a little bit on TikTok. She's always posting her designs, and they're so pretty. And then Raven Diamond Art kits come with, you know, a custom sticker made by Galaxy, and I've always been impressed. Those, like, the ones that are holographic with the raven and the house in the background, that's Galaxy. She makes those, and she's a subscriber here. And so, you know, I reached out and I was like, "Can I have your stickers? I will give you money." And she designed us a Sundown Sewer Monster sticker, which is amazing, and a Cart Goblin sticker. 38.17. I can't wait to see those and show you. 38.17. But yeah, how could I not get a Cart Goblin sticker? 38.17. I may have had to do a little investigatory work and sort of stock Devil's Angel Madness, which is another diamond painting channel here on YouTube. Very similar in taste to this channel, but she also has broader tastes as well. But she is a horror and gory and scully and you know, dark and stuff lover as well. But she does lighter and funner things too. So she's kind of an enigma. She's a mixed bag there. But her and I have very similar taste. 38.17 on a lot. And how it came about is, you know, she'll be like, look what I found. And I'll be like, yeah, I already got that. Or she'll be like, look what I got. And I'll be like, that's in my cart. Stop taking things out of my cart. She's always hauling stuff that's, you know, in my cart waiting for me to, you know, have the funds to purchase. And then and I'm like, oh, do you have access to my cart on websites? Like, what are you doing? We're trying to get our hands on the exact same stuff, woman. But she does have also different varying tastes than I. So don't, you know, sit there and think you're going to come on my channel and see one thing, you know, something, and then go to her channel and see the exact same something all the time. At some point, you might see her work up something you've seen me, and vice versa. You might see me work up something that she's worked up, but, you know, we vary enough to where we're not identical channels. But, boy, I tell you what, we sure do shop similar. So I call her my cart goblin because she's always like, hey, check this out, or you should get this, and I just got that. And I'm like, it's in my cart. Stop taking things out of my cart. But yeah, I might have done some internet sleuthing. Her Facebook, you know, little profile page in our Facebook group. I mean, that's as far as I went with it. And I pulled up her little picture, and we galaxy based the cart goblin loosely on my cart goblin, Tanya Potter's little Facebook picture. And I love it, and I think it's great. And I can't wait to show you guys if you haven't seen it already. I doubt you will be here in time, but you know, you never know. Could materialize overnight for all I know. All right, so we've got our DMC book done, and we got our spare drills done. We got our kit kitted up. While I'm thinking about it, all we have left to do is organize this in a way that makes sense to us and tape the borders. And then you guys, oh, well, maybe washi some sections, but then we're done. So like we're getting there. And I hope to play some 7 Days After Dinner tonight. I would very much like to do that. And then have you guys wreak havoc on my life. Because you guys seem to like to do that when you come and visit me over on Twitch. Alright, so I can't even see what letter that is. That's the lowercase t that was hard to see. I'm going to S-U... This would be a V-W. Oh, do we have numbers? Oh, we have numbers. Okay. That looks to be a 6. Okay. Throwing me for a loop here. You're a symbol. You're a symbol. UV goes here. A symbol. A lowercase letter. So I'm going to kind of start grouping these. I can't tell if that's a letter. Let me look at the table before we cover it up with tape. Are you like an I, or are you a, you know, I don't know. Are we going to call that an I? What do you look like on the canvas? There's a T on, oh, that's dicey. There's a T, oh my gosh. Like the uppercase T is, okay. This canvas, I need a light board. I'm definitely going to need a light board for this. What color is this? Like a light blue? Is this the T? Wait, I'm so good. 794. Why don't you look at the DMC and doofus? Yeah, I'm confused on what letter. What does it say to me? Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. And that's like right next to a lowercase t, which looks very similar to, wow. We're going to call this an I. I don't know. I think, am I going to see that and think I? No, I'm really not. I'm going to see that and think bar, vertical bar. So we're going to put that over here with the symbols. L, are you a 7? No, you're a slash. You're a symbol. Crazy symbol. Okay, we have a Y, U, V, W, X, Y. Okay, so S, S, T, lowercase letter. Oh, lowercase letters right there. That to me looks like a lowercase x, maybe. We're gonna go with regular x. LMN. I can't read that. I can't read that. I think that's a percent. And that's a Greek letter. That appears to be a Z. X, Z. A music note. A horizontal bar. Otherwise kind of known as a do not enter or wrong way. HIJKL. So H and L. Okay, is this a 7? This is a 7. So we're gonna shove this stuff down. 5. Okay. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? 5, 6, 7. And we got a P. LMNOP. And we got a K, which is a bigger one, so we're gonna have to move these two. I don't know why, but this like gives me this J H I J K L. This gives me such satisfaction moving these things around. It's the organizational part of my brain is satisfied. And E, F, G, H. Is this the big T? This is a big T. P, Q, R, S, T. So what? Wait, I thought I already had a T. Hello? Oh no. 741 is... Oh, so that's a question mark? Yee, that's going to be hard to see. Yikes. QRS, TUV, QRS. So, some of these, and it's not the canvas's fault, it was like my fault. Printed this a little small. Okay, this is a Tata. This is a Mercedes or whatever. Q needs to go here. Check mark. Oh, here's a B. It's weird. It's not like 1, 2, 3 ABC, is it? I don't think so. It doesn't appear to be. It's not in order on the table. But like there's no A. It just goes B, C, D, G, H. Like we're skipping. Starts with number 5. Like where's number 1, 2, 3, 4? It's a little confuddled. It's gonna perplex me a little bit. It's gonna take some getting used to. I don't like canvases like that don't make a lot of sense off the bat. You know what I mean? 3052. I just want to make sure that 3052 is in fact a Z. Yes. Okay. So I guess we'll do little letters now. Lowercase letters, whatever you want to call them. Little, lower. What are you? 163. What are you? This is concerning. 163. Oh, I see it. Horseshoe. Okay. Or omega, whatever. Where did we put? Okay. A, B, E, T. That's it for the little letters. The rest are symbols. So I like to do math symbols together. I'm just explaining my process. I believe that this is a percentage, 799%. Yeah, so here's a math symbol. 741, that was a question mark. Is this the only math symbol? Oops. Okay, well here's the one and only math symbol. I guess a check mark could be kind of a math symbol. At very least it's like a homeworky symbol. And then we have a horizontal and a vertical like line. And we have a diagonal, like a no, do not line. I guess we'll do lines then. We got a double wavy line here, and I'm gonna put this with the math. This is like is this a Pac-Man situation, like a greater than sign or an arrow? That's an arrow, but okay. Do we have other arrows? Yeah, we have an up arrow and a sideways arrow. We'll put those together. Then we have this, I guess we'll put with the lines as well. It's kind of like two lines coming to a point, and then a triangle is a very similar shape to that, so I'm going to kind of keep those relatively together. No more Greek letters, just this one. That'll go by itself. And punctuation, we didn't really have any punctuation either. That's kind of a loner, and a music note's kind of a loner, and a ta-ta is kind of a loner. So okay, interesting and kind of confusing, and I'm a little scared if I'm being quite honest, but here is our kit. We have 5, 6, 7, B, C, D, G, H, K, L, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A, B, E, T, lowercase, percent, check mark, vertical line, horizontal line, diagonal line, double diagonal line, two diagonal lines coming together but not touching at a point, triangle, up arrow, westward or left arrow, ta-ta, or nipple symbol, music note, question mark, omega. Is that omega? What, delta? It's been too long, but it's like almost like a horseshoe. I think it's omega. Anyway, there's our kit, you guys. And all that we have left to do now, besides fear the table, guys, I'm a little scared. I'm glad I took a picture of it. Is to tape our borders. The color selected by Sundown is this blue, and I think he made a good choice. There is quite a healthy color palette of blue in here. We were debating between that and green, but you know, with the border, this blue down here is going to suck this blue in, you know, and make some of this extra blue pop. So blue it is. I'm going to go ahead and tape this. I won't make you, this is a bigger canvas. I won't make you suffer through it with me, and then we'll be right back to finish up, okay? Okay, you guys, I spared you the monotony of watching me tape the borders, and I did have some excess white frame on there, like bordering on there that was whiter than the tape. So I cut it off. Ignore my hack job. I will have it cleaned up in a future point. But dinner's about ready, so like I couldn't take the time to be all precise. But here she is. Our ghost girl running through the jack-o'-lantern forest as requested by you guys. Ready to go. We're all set. That's all for this video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay naughty.